Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, lived two farmers who shared a vast, fertile field. They had worked this land together for years, but their hearts were as different as day and night. One farmer was honest, his spirit as clean as the morning dew. The other was greedy, his eyes always calculating, always wanting more. One autumn, just as the golden wheat was ready for harvest, a terrible storm swept through the valley. Thunder roared, lightning cracked the sky, and rain fell in relentless sheets. When the sun finally returned, the farmers went to inspect their field. Their hearts sank. Half of their precious crop, the fruit of their year-long labor, was completely destroyed, flattened, and soaked by the unforgiving rain. The greedy farmer's mind immediately began to spin. He turned to his partner, a sly glint in his eye. "Listen," he whispered, "this is a disaster, but maybe it's also an opportunity. The landowner is far away. He won't know how much we really lost. Let's tell him the entire field was ruined. We can secretly harvest the good part and keep all the profit for ourselves." The honest farmer's brow furrowed in disapproval. He shook his head slowly, his gaze fixed on the line where the healthy wheat met the ruined stalks. "No," he said, his voice firm. "I can't do that. We are merely stewards of this land. It isn't mine to cheat, and my conscience isn't for sale." The greedy farmer scoffed and walked away, muttering about his partner's foolishness. That evening, the honest farmer sat on his porch, staring out at the devastated half of the field as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and orange. A heavy weight settled in his chest. How will I feed my family now?" he murmured to the quiet air, the worry etching deep lines on his face. His wife, hearing the despair in his voice, came out and gently placed a hand on his shoulder. Her touch was a small comfort in the vastness of his worry. "You're a good man," she said softly. "Do the right thing. Have faith. God sees everything, and your integrity is worth more than all the wheat in the world." Her words were a balm to his troubled soul. The very next morning, a carriage rattled up the path. The landowner himself had arrived, his face grim, having heard news of the storm. He stepped out and surveyed the damage. Before the landowner could even ask, the greedy farmer rushed forward, his face a mask of feigned despair. "Oh, sir, it's a complete catastrophe!" he cried out dramatically. The storm was merciless. It destroyed everything. "Every last stalk is gone. We've lost it all." The honest farmer stood by, his heart pounding in his chest. The landowner turned to him, his expression unreadable. The farmer took a deep breath, the words of his wife echoing in his mind. He hesitated for just a moment, then looked the landowner directly in the eye. "No, sir, that isn't the whole truth," he said clearly.